Hello, everyone. If you watch YouTube, you've probably seen hundreds, if not thousands, of videos on record cleaning, and in particular, the spin clean, mainly because it's cheap. This kit set me back a whopping $79, and because it is in many cases hundreds, if not thousands of dollars less than these crazy record cleaning contraptions with cavitation and extraction and all kinds of bizarre voodoo that really turns a lot of hobbyists into what I call amateur chemists. And, you know, I'm going to go off on a rant here, and forgive me if I do, but I would suggest to many people, if you want to explore chemistry, there are a lot of great classes you can take at your local community college or online, but listening to vinyl is about enjoying music and enjoying records. It's not this laborious 100-step process where you need to turn it into chemistry. And like I said before, if you want to explore amateur chemistry, there's a lot of good options available to you. But this is a spin clean. I'm not going to go deep into the weeds on details. I just finished cleaning my second batch of 12 records. And I did my first batch last night, and I'm going to maybe test a couple of them on the turntable today. But I got to tell you, for $79, don't expect miracles with this thing, but at the same time, it's better than nothing. I'm just trying to put some perspective into it. A lot of people bitch about these cleaning pads, about the formula. I don't know why. I mean, it's only a couple of caps of formula into the tank. I'm not going to go off on what water you should or shouldn't use, but I use distilled water. It costs 89 cents a gallon at the local grocery store. Some people bitch about these rollers. I guess the rubber can flake off, and I would submit to you that it is probably just like on your automobile tires. It's probably dry rot. Just replace them if that does happen, or I'm sure you can jerry-rig a do-it-yourself solution, maybe with O-rings where that rubber is, but it's not a big deal. And I guess to go on a rant a little bit, people make this hobby into something a lot more complicated than it needs to be. We're not saving civilization. We're not sending men to Mars. We're not colonizing the universe. It's music. These are records. They're meant to enjoy. And you probably saw one of my videos that I did a few years ago where I was cleaning in the sink. I decided that was way too much work, and I have too many records that I want to enjoy. So $79. I'm not gonna be shamed on social media for making a decision like this. It's not like buying a car or buying a house. These are pieces of plastic. They're records. If I can always get another one. You know, most of the stuff I listen to, I get thrifting. I made a decision a long time ago that I was not going to torture my elliptical stylus playing thrift store vinyl. I'm using a conical right now. I think a conical is better suited for playing that type of vinyl, and you're not going to notice every click and pop. And it's a good way to play it. You know, I will say particularly with stuff such as RCA Victor Dynagroove, they recommended a conical stylus from the beginning. And a lot of people complain about the sonic fidelity of Dynagroove. I gotta tell you, if you play that the way it's meant to be played using a conical stylus, you'll be probably very pleased and very surprised. It doesn't sound as bad as everyone tells you. But I'm going to show you the records that I cleaned here today, and only do a visual on it. I'm not going to get in copyright trouble. I'm not going to try to claim that this thing is a miracle worker, but let's take a look. This is my little drying rack. I've got a dozen records drying right now. They recommend that you use the absorbent cloths that they come with the spin clean before you put them out to dry. That's exactly what I did. I did 3 spins in each direction. And gosh darn it, these do have a nice sheen that they didn't have before. I'm not going to get nitpicky about it. You know, some people say, well, the cloth leaves lint on the records. That's complete bullshit. Quite honestly, if you're so concerned about that, go down to the dollar store and get a couple of microfiber cloths and be done with it. You know, the spin clean is made in the USA. If it was made in China, it probably would cost a hell of a lot less. But what the heck? I mean, you're keeping some people. This country's been destroyed by Amazon, Walmart, coupons, all this stuff, customer reward programs, just this foolishness for all this junk coming from China. I'm not going to go into the, you know, the stuff about everything made in China is crap. They do make some good stuff, but by and large, they make a lot of shit as well. And this country is going to have to smarten up. We have to start making things again. It's not a turnkey solution. That fool Trump, who was president a few years ago, made it sound like they could just flip on the switches and start manufacturing again. It doesn't work that way, but we did this to ourselves, and that's my Made in the USA rant. But if you notice on this RCA record right here, and a lot of people complain about this, the spin clean will take off small chunks of the outer side of the record, and that's only because of the spinning process. And stuff is supposed to, because of the process that the spin clean fluid uses, your debris is supposed to fall to the bottom of the tank. So don't worry, your flakes of vinyl are not going to contaminate your other records. but you are going to lose a few pieces on that outside. To have my records coming out this good, really, that's a small price to pay. I'm going to listen to a record now. I can't wait to try out the results, but I hope you enjoyed some real-world, practical words of common sense. And, you know, if you want to pay thousands of bucks for one of these cavitation or what's the new process that everyone's raving about, where you're putting it into a tank, and ultrasonic, you know, I'd rather spend my money on stereo gear, on records themselves, without blowing money on this crazy foolishness. Honest to gosh, within minutes of posting my spin clean on one of the social media groups, someone said, "Now you got to get a vacuum." Come on, you know, there's not little canals that are festering inside the grooves. Just let these things dry a few hours. Use some common sense and stop worrying, stop fretting, and start enjoying your music. I think for 79 bucks, this is probably a good way to go, and a good way to enjoy your music and not stress out about it. So those are my thoughts. Share your comments, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care for now.